it's time for my updated bullet journal video. This is probably the #1 question that I get from you guys is about my bullet journal. So I'm really happy that I can do this video and share with you guys my system. So I'm currently using this faux Midori Traveler's Notebook style Happiedori planner cover, notebook cover, whatever you want to call it. It is amazing. I love this thing. I did a haul video on everything that I got from Sam. Please check her out. She's awesome. Her store is Happie Scrappie. This is kind of a rose gold metallic outside, and then the inside, as you will see, is a neon orange. It's got a pink band. If you're not familiar with this style, I would suggest just Googling Midori Traveler's Notebook. It's essentially a leather cover that goes around as many notebooks as you can fit in there. So I have, oh, that was my pen. I just stick my pen, let me show you guys. I just stick it in here. I don't like pen loops, so I just put it in there like that. And this pen is also from Sam. I love the way this writes. It's a 0.35 nib and I just love it. So it writes really smooth. So this is what I'm using. So anyway, the bands that are in this Traveler's Notebook here are what hold your notebooks in place. So let me show you guys from the top. There's one band, which so you can see the charm is on the band from the outside. You can see it again here. So this band is, gosh, I don't know the best way to show you guys. So here it is. You can see it here at the top, and that's what's holding in my first notebook. And then I added a second band to essentially hold these two notebooks together. Let me show you guys from the bottom. So I basically just took a band and stuck the second notebook, attached it to the back half of this first notebook so that I can get another notebook in there. And then I also have a pocket that goes around both of the notebooks. So this is the whole thing. I am using this on a daily basis. This houses my bullet journal as well as a project management notebook, and this pretty much has my whole life in it. I mean, this is what I use to plan events. If I have something that I need to do for my businesses, I keep track of my daily to-do lists in here. Pretty much everything is in here. So let's get started. Let me take you through it, and then I'll kind of tell you guys how this system works within my overall organizational system. So when you open it up, like I said, I just have this pocket here. I made another glitter dashboard. That was, I think, probably the most popular thing from my very first ever Kate Spade setup video a year ago. I had put in a glitter cardboard piece into the front pocket, and that was probably, like I said, the most popular thing. Everyone loved it, and I'm seeing it all over the place now. So I'm really happy that you guys are liking that. So again, just a piece of glitter cardboard. This one has a lot of fallout, so there's glitter all over the front cover as well, which makes me happy. And then this is just one of those makeup sticker sheets. This used to be previously in my filofax, but I've got it in here now because I'm using this a lot more consistently than my filofax. So I wanted that to be in here so I could see it. And then I've just got one of these little Polaroid pics of me and my friend Gila. I think she watches my videos. So hi Gila, if you're watching. I really like this style of video. And Gila is super fabulous. She lives in New York and is just really stylish and inspiring, and she's doing really cool things. So I just stuck that picture in there because I like it. And then back here, I just have a sheet of these little leaf stickers. I think this came from Walmart. I'm not sure. Or maybe, I don't know, maybe Hobby Lobby, Michael's, somewhere like that. But it's just a sticker, these fall leaf stickers, and I love them. These are just some of these little notepads from the Target, that little Target section. That's the set of the cat, the mouse, and the cheese. So then I've just got a clear kind of like divider dashboard thing, but I'm just using it to house a bunch of my sticky notes, and then I've got stamps. So those live in this back pocket. And then this is my first notebook, and this is my bullet journal. This notebook, as you'll see, is the grid paper, and I did order this from Sam, Happie Scrappie. All I did was stick a gold heart sticker. I got this from Michael's, and then this is just a Project Life card that I stuck on here with some neon washi tape, and I've got this clip up here. It's holding the top part of it, but really this clip is to hold some of the pages as I get further into the notebook and don't want to have to flip through everything. I have this here so I can clip some of the pages together, and this is from the Target, the stationery aisle there. All right, so then when you open it up, I've got my bullet journal key. Now, before I go any further, I should have said this at the beginning, but I just want to make it very clear that the bullet journal is not my idea. I am not in any way, shape, or form saying that it was my idea. It was started by a guy named Ryder Carroll. I believe he has a YouTube, and he's all over the internet, so definitely check it out. It's a way, this is my understanding, it's a way to process all of the things that are in your brain. I like to think of it as kind of like a daily download, a mix between a to-do list and a running list of notes and errands and things that I want to remember, and just everything that's in my head I can get out and put in this bullet journal. Now, there is a key, and some of these are part of the original bullet journal system, and some are ones that I made up to use for myself that work for me. So I'll go through them quickly with you guys. I think you guys should be able to make adjustments, and I'm happy to share my ideas if you want to use them or make adjustments to what I say. I certainly took ideas from the bullet journal and change them to fit me. Feel free to do that with my ideas. I would assume that Mr. Carroll feels the same way about his system since he put it out there, but anyway, I just want to make it really clear that this is not my thing. So anyway, the square is a to-do. I use this arrow for errands, this little bullet point for notes, this little envelope for emails. I use the star for priority, the squiggly arrow for tasks that are migrated that I didn't finish in the allotted time. And line through it was supposed to mean an event that was canceled, but I still use that for completed tasks as well. I do put the check mark for completed, but I seem to also kind of naturally mark things out as well. My eye, if it's not marked out, thinks that it's not done yet. So I still kind of mark things out. I use a heart for my online orders, and then an exclamation point for ideas or inspiration or things that I want to investigate further. Now, I think he has a couple of other key codes that he uses that I'm not implementing, but like I said, definitely check him out so you can kind of see the basis of it. This is just how I've adapted things for myself. The bullet journal has an index, and for me, that's really the only way that this system works, because otherwise it's just a bunch of notes on paper. There's not dividers, you don't categorize things. So really the index is important for making sure that you can find things. Now, he suggests having an index, and then he also has a spread where he will put the month at the top and then all the days of the month, 1 through 30 or 31 or however, 28, whatever. He'll put those down there, and then he'll write important dates. And I believe this is for forward planning and that kind of stuff. I don't use that in my system because I use a separate calendar, and that's what I use for my planning. This is for dates. This is strictly just for planning projects and to-dos and things like that. So I do implement an index, but I do not use the monthly calendar. So as you can see, I just moved into this notebook. So October 2014, that is for whatever daily to-dos that I write. As you can see, it's just on page 1 right now. I have wish list and online orders on page 2, and then some of my reviews, giveaways, and collaborations on page 3. I just realized that I have another October spread, which is on page 4. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. October 31st is on page 4. So a 2-page layout like this is called a spread. So if I was to, for example, have October on pages 4 and 5 as a spread, I would just put 4-5. So, and I just have these sticky notes here just in case I need. So you number the pages and then use them in this index so that you can find them. So let me show you guys a page. All right, so here's page 1. This was the first day I used it. It was on Tuesday, October 28th. Now, you don't necessarily have to use 1 page per day. It just so happens that I usually have a lot of things happening and I need to have 1 page per day, but I don't always do that. So I just stuck some washi tape up here because I thought it was pretty and I wanted to use it. And I've got one of my pumpkin stickers from the Target dollar spot. Now, I do not stick true to form to the bullet journal. I try my hardest to do so, but sometimes I just kind of go and do my own thing. So I just started writing. I wanted to get everything out of my head in the morning as soon as I got to work. There was a lot of things that I needed to remember to do, so I just started writing them. So Ipsy, Kristen, and Jen Ray collaboration. Those are the 3 things that I thought of as I was driving. So as soon as I got in, I just wrote those things down really quickly. And then as I did them, I checked them off. Now you can see here, I kind of started more with the system. I put a box here for all these to-dos that I needed to do. This is just a note, credits with Sarah. So I need to just kind of, I need to check on it, but it's more of just a note for me to remember. So it has that little dot. My Tory Burch wallet was an online order, so I put a little heart here. And then you can see I didn't even use symbols for my dentist appointment or this Jen collaboration. I just kind of wrote them here. So sometimes I put the symbols, sometimes I don't. This attorney registration is very important, so I put a star. Another thing that I did, I do use a color coding system within this because I have so many different projects and different areas that I deal with that I kind of like to see what is work related, what's personal, et cetera, or what is a specific project. So for these that have these like little blue dots, this is for my salon. So I put, or no, I'm sorry, blue is for social media. So blue dots I put next to these 3 tasks here because I wanted to distinguish them as tasks that had to do with my social media. So as you can see, some of these tasks I didn't do and they have arrows, meaning I migrated them forward. Now, things still get lost for me. There's a lot of things written on here. Things are checked off, crossed out, there's arrows. There's still a lot happening. So I still go in and highlight the things that did not get done that do need to move forward. I just use yellow because yellow is not a color in my color coding system. It's not designated as anything specific. So I just use yellow to kind of designate the things that were important from this day that didn't get done, that still need to be processed in some way, move forward, or something needs to happen with them. I did use the arrows, like I said, but again, it's just an extra step to kind of help me so that things don't get lost. Sometimes these boxes get too busy and the crossing out and all that stuff, so I just like to do that. This page is just my wish list and online orders. I have some things covered up. That's what these things are. But I do have a tab on here that's just a little envelope so that I can quickly get to this. As you can see, it's page 2, and I have it in my index, wish list and online orders, as page 2. So that's on this page. This next page, I do have this covered up. These are some of the reviews that I'm doing and giveaways and collaborations for my blog and Instagram and YouTube, which is exciting because there's lots of things coming up, but I don't want to ruin the surprise, so I do have that covered up. Now, you guys may notice that I have the page number here highlighted in blue. This is, again, just another step, something that I added for myself so that I know this page has to do with social media, because for me, blue is social media. So I just highlighted this page number. If I'm kind of quickly flipping through the pages at the bottom and I, happen to see this blue page, it's just another way to help me find things. It's not necessarily the only way, but I just like to, like I said, because this notebook has so much information in it, I try to organize things as best I can. So I highlight those page numbers in blue. I believe DIY Fish has a system where she color codes down the side of the page, and I tried that in my previous bullet journal, but it wasn't working too well for me. I do something else to the side of the page, which I'll show you guys a little later on, but I do like kind of highlighting the page numbers. Okay, here's another daily page. This was on Friday, October 31st. I stuck another pumpkin on there. It's labeled page 4. As you guys saw, I did add it to my index. So again, this is kind of the system. I kind of just threw some of my own things in there. This was something that just came to mind quickly, so I just wrote it in the corner here. I didn't even write it with a bullet system or anything like that. I just wrote it here so that I would remember. I put my Walmart shopping list on here. This is just a place for me to get everything that's in my head out. I call it a daily download. I know some people call it a brain dump. Whatever it is, this is just a way to get everything in my head on paper and get it somehow organized. So I had 2 things that were outstanding that really needed to be taken care of that day. So I've got the star for urgent or important. I labeled them outstanding, and then I just have those 2 things here. Then you can see this day I was really into the bullet journal, so I was really writing things and using that key code system. So I needed to film something. It has a checkbox next to it because that's a to-do. My attorney registration, I need to register for 2015. That has a star because it's super important. I needed to make a phone call, so that has a circle. I put a check in it and crossed it out, so I did do that. I needed to check on something for Elaine, so again, another box for a to-do. I placed an order for the Lorac Pocket Pro, which I'm so excited about, that Pro palette of the 3 eyeshadows. If you guys have that, let me know. I'm super excited to get it in. It's kind of neutral shades, but they're cool toned. Anyway, this is a cool thing that I saw. It's called a Commonplace Book. I was watching Erin Joy's video, and she was talking about a Commonplace Book, which is a way to kind of store quotes or recipes or anything that's in your head that you want to have a place for. For me, that I kind of have something like that in this book anyway, and also in my art journal. So, and I also have a section in my filofax for that kind of stuff. But I just wanted to kind of investigate it further and look at it more. So I put a exclamation point for just kind of an idea or an inspiration, something that I want to follow up on. Another online order was a Bite matte lip crayon, so I put a heart. I needed to make a phone call. It was important, and it's a phone call. So it's the circle and the star, and then when I completed it, it's a check mark with a line through it. Oh, and then I also ordered jeans online. So those are all the things that I did that day. I saw this recipe, and I wanted to keep track of it, so I just put it on a sticky note and put it on this page. So I think that is a good use for that Commonplace Book because, you know, I'm not going to know that this recipe is in here. I think I put this here because I wanted to put it with my Walmart shopping list. But anyway, that is another example of a day and how I would organize my to-dos and thoughts in my head and all of that. All right, now on to the second notebook in here, which is my project management book. Now, in my mind, these 2 things go hand in hand because I am in and out of both of these books all day long. I'm planning projects which then lead to to-do list items. So for me, they're kind of inseparable, and these 2 things work very well together. That's why they're 2 notebooks in this larger fauxdori, Happiedori. So I don't want to keep my project pages in my bullet journal because I just like them to be separate. If you guys remember my organizational video that I did at the end of last year, that kind of was a large overview of all of the organizational tools that I use. It was my 2014 organization system, I always kept a separate project management notebook. And that's for larger projects that I'm planning that need more pages, they have more things that need to be written out, just require more energy and more paper. So I always keep a separate project management notebook, but I really like that this Happiedori, fauxdori, Midori style allows me to keep these two things together because if you remember, I was using a rather large project management notebook, and it was a bit much to use that and my bullet journal and my planner and everything. On days that I needed it all together, it was hard to keep them all. So this is a really nice system for me. Okay, this notebook is one that I ordered, I don't remember from where, but it's just a plain paper notebook. I used these gold stickers from Michaels and just put projects on here with this little craft paper heart. Right, now I do have an index for this project management notebook as well. I just have this really cute little Asian diary deco sticker on here. This is some washi tape from Michaels. And then I just, again, keep an index for all of the different projects that I have in here. This key is for the washi tape that I use on the side of the pages. Now, I've been doing this so that, let's say for example, I have a project that has to do with my salon that's on this page. So here it is. This page and this page have salon projects on them. So they're lined in this washi tape. Now, if I continue to use this notebook and have another page down here that has a project on it, I would then line it with that washi tape so that when I look at the notebook, I can very easily flip to the pages that have to do with my salon. Right now, those are the only pages that I have kind of clearly marked, but as I have more things in here, then I'll just use different washi tape, so I keep this key for that. And then the index, like I said. So as you guys can see, this I don't use the bullet journal system in. This is just project planning. The name of the project is on here. This is just a stamp, and then just notes that I need to do or remember, things that I need to get, shopping lists, just anything that I need to get out of my head and on paper goes on here. They are numbered again. So for example, I need to email about these different things. We're having an event with Kendra Scott, which I'm super excited about. I absolutely love her jewelry. She is donating to my brother's charity that works with kids and youth in our town, and she's doing like discounts, and people are gonna come shop and have free makeup applications and cupcakes, and it's gonna be a really awesome event. We're giving away a fabulous pair of earrings and all that stuff. These are all the things that I need to remember or do, or notes about that event. And then over here, another event that we're doing, so information that I needed to write on here. I needed to buy some props. We're doing these photo sessions, so I just kind of made a list of the props. So that's for this event here. This page is my YouTube page. This is a page of stickers that I just washi taped on here because I wanted to cover all my YouTube ideas and videos because I want you guys to be surprised. I don't want to spoil the surprise and tell you guys what I'm going to be filming. So I just use these Kikki K stickers wrapped to me by Erica from the Kate Spade Planners group. Thank you, Erica. You are so, so sweet. Anyway, so I just have them covering up, but this is my YouTube page. So I don't know. In my mind, YouTube is a project or is something that needs a planning page. I wanted this page to be separate, this YouTube page to be separate out of, I didn't want it to be inside this bullet journal notebook. Now, some people will do that. Some people will put the YouTube page, for example, in here and just put it in the index. It's personal preference. It's just really purely what you're more comfortable with. I just view this more as like notes and to-dos and not necessarily reference type information. And I feel this is more, I guess in my mind, projects are, YouTube is a project. So anyway, how you kind of categorize things and organize things is up to you. But for me, YouTube is a project, so it's in here, and it has, again, the blue highlighter on the page numbers, just another way that I can find it. Okay, and then let's see, on this page, I had told you guys, I think previously, I'm not sure, but I try to follow a paleo diet. I don't always do that. I do eat cheese and put cream in my coffee, so I am not like 100%, but I did recently discover kind of these Instagram accounts that post really cool recipes and pictures, and so I wanted to kind of take notes on that. And as you can see, I've clearly gotten very far, but I do have cute washi tape. And then this page is just some of the items that I have for sale. I'm trying to de-stash and declutter and organize my closet and all of that stuff. So I view this selling and organizing of my closet as a project. So for me, for sale is a specific project. I don't know, most people might just put these two things together, but for some reason I very clearly distinguish these things from my to-dos. So if you want to put all these together in one book, you could certainly do that too, but for me, these things are kind of separate. And just a shameless plug, side note, follow my Instagram account, shop Mae Bad. That's where I'm putting everything that's for sale. I keep saying this, but I'm super slow, so just be patient with me and keep checking back. But I do have a lot of fabulous things from my closet that I'm selling. And my stationery stash. All right, the back of this project management notebook, I just glued on one of these pockets from the Michaels dollar section. There was 3 of them for $1. I just glued it on there, and I just stuck some bits and bobs, some of these masking stickers, sticky notes, more stickers, these Project Life cards, and these Martha Stewart dewdrops. So I just kind of stuck those in there for easy access. And then in this back pocket, which is the other side of this pocket, so I hope you guys can see that. This is all one thing that kind of just slides in and out. So in this back pocket, oh, these are alphabet stickers, also from the Michael's dollar spot. I think I was gonna stick these onto something, but I never ended up doing that. So in here, I just keep, again, different things, little bits and bobs and pieces that I can use. I'll show you guys just because I would like to see, I always like to see what's in people's. So I just have one of these little coffee stickers. These are Asian diary deco stickers. If you put that into Etsy or eBay, you'll find lots of them. So these are my little polar bear sticky notes that I also got from Sam. Check out my haul video and you'll see everything that I got, but I'm obsessed with these. More of these Asian diary stickers. These are from the Target dollar spot. I love craft paper and I love these stickers. I use them a lot. These are just some washi tape samples that I bought. This is that kind of fun food one with the strawberry and ice cream and stuff. This is weather umbrellas, and then these are nail polish and lipsticks. Okay, more sticky notes. This is a tag that I got, I think from TJ Maxx. It was a set of a whole bunch of them. I just stuck this in here, I don't know for what. More sticky notes. This card, you guys ask me about this all the time. I put a picture on Instagram a very long time ago, and I still get emails about it. This is just a note card from Whitney English, and I stuck all of my page flags in here. These are all from the Target dollar spot last year and maybe earlier in this year. So these are all the ones I have. I sold everything else I had because I just had a ridiculous amount of them, but I kept all of these. So I just have them all stuck on here, and you guys gave me really great suggestions to how to get them to stick. So they're in here. So I just keep this card with all of those. These are more Asian diary stickers. These are probably my most favorite ones. More of them. These are those gold letters that I used. Oh, and then more of those Kikki K diamond stickers. So that is everything. Okay guys, I hope this was helpful for you. If you're setting up your bullet journal, please again check out the original bullet journal. There's lots of great videos on YouTube as well. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them down below for me. Check out bulletjournal.com, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.